And welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only pro wrestling show hosted by an NFL player and a former wrestling announcer turned weight loss champion. Time now to bring in Goldberg to the show for our weekly NFL Pick'em segment. Goldberg, how you doing, sir?
Humbled after last week.
It was a bit of a rough outing. You went 3 for 5, but you know what? On the good side of things, you did not finish in last because that honor goes to the oversized man.
I know who that was.
Only picked 2 correctly out of 5. You missed.
Stupid Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons, Detroit Lions, and Philadelphia Eagles.
You know, I actually wanted to pick the Cowboys, but I can't. So that was like a forfeit game for me.
I understand.
And then the Falcons, good God.
I understand. Boys, but I do feel the need to remind you that I went a perfect 5 for 5, including calling the upset in New Orleans.
Give me a high five.
I will when I get a step stool, and I'm not even going to fall
stand
for
up
that.
on that chair and give me 5.
Shut up, Adam, man. We only
so
have
angry.
a limited amount of time. So I'm feeling pretty good about things. That's back-to-back 5 for 5 weeks for your boy here, and I definitely want to give you guys an opportunity to play catch-up with me. I'm feeling a little cocky, a little bit confident, and so I'm giving you guys the opportunity to put me in my place. Now, I understand, though, that last week you said, well, we could form some sort of wager, get some sort of payback on Chuck for the, maybe it's my turn to be put in the spotlight. I don't know if you guys have even chatted about that this week. Doesn't matter. Either way, I'm going 5 for 5 again.
Well, here's my question. What's the total scores? Like, who's leading overall? Do you have that?
I need to do some tallying.
You were supposed to do that.
I was supposed to do that.
You want a calculator?
And I say, yes, I can't add. I'm pretty sure even though...
You conveniently haven't tabulated the totals.
It's funny how that works out, huh?
I'm pretty sure that even with your missed week there, your bye week as we're calling it, I'm pretty sure, Goldberg, you're still in the lead. So I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Well, fame is fleeting, man. So tally it up, and we'll see, man. You're 10-0, dude. The last 2 weeks, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, feeling good about things. But let's see if we can get that streak to continue, guys. Let's start first before we get into our wacky picks. Let's start first by picking this Sunday night game. The Baltimore Ravens traveling to Pittsburgh to face the Roethlisberger-less Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, you take Big Ben out of the equation. You may pick things a little bit differently. Goldberg, you're the guest, so let's start with you.
Oh, thanks. Greatly appreciative of that.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Off with me. It's such a pleasant gesture. Like you said, with Ben being out, not only did he hurt his shoulder, hurt his rib too, man. I don't know. I'm still going to have to go with the Steelers, man. They're still got some friends on the team, and got to pull for them, man. Got to pull for them.
Adam, what about you? Are you going with the underdog now, Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, the Ravens swept the Steelers last year, embarrassed them the first time they played them, the very first game of the year, a year ago. So I figured that streak would end, and then I found out Roethlisberger was not playing. Ergo, I think the streak goes to 3 straight victories for the Ravens.
I'm inclined to agree. Early reports this week have Roethlisberger out 2 to 6 weeks with that sprained joint in his shoulder. So we'll see exactly how that plays out. Next game, the Monday night game, Chicago Bears going up against the recently tied San Francisco 49ers. Adam, this one's on you.
I think this will be a fun. Well, actually, I don't think it'll be much fun to watch at all. It's a lot of defense and running game, and we don't even know if Cutler's going to play for sure. So I'm gonna go with the Niners. We don't know if Smith's gonna play. So there's a lot of unknowns about this game. We're kind of guessing, but I think that the 49ers are gonna pull it out. I think they got the better ground game.
Goldberg, what about you? How do you see this one?
You know what? I'm unfortunately going to have to say that I'm going to tag along with Adam on this one. Who knows what the quarterback situation is going to be for either team, but I think the Niners are in a better situation right now. I still think that they're going to rebound from that tie this last weekend.
Exactly. And for me, I'm also going with the San Francisco 49ers home field advantage. And if it is Jason Campbell under center, I think that that's a lot to ask, traveling all the way west for a team with a new quarterback going up against a tough San Francisco 49ers team. Ergo, advantage San Francisco in that one. Now, boys, let's shake things up. We made it a point to kind of make sure that we don't pick the same games, break out of that monotony a little bit. So we're coming up with what we're going to call, I believe, the Fourth and Pain duels. And so each week, we're going to challenge each other to pick a game. And Adam, you and Goldberg are going to go head to head this week. Angie and I are going to go head to head this week. So you give a game to Goldberg to pick. Goldberg has a game for you to pick, vice versa, so on and so forth. So Adam, your game of choice.
Well, we also have an underdog game and our lock pick of the week, correct?
We
going to get to those.
We were going to get to that.
All right, so my game for Goldberg, I know that he loves to pick the San Diego Chargers because he lives there. And
here we go.
And I know that the Chargers are a big underdog, and they've been playing so well lately, but he just loves to pick the Chargers. So I'm going to go Broncos versus Chargers.
I think that's going to be pretty easy. I've lost total faith in the Chargers, so it's a pretty easy thing for me. I'm going to have to go Denver.
Oh, okay. I thought the San Diego home base was going to root against you. So.
No, not anymore, dude. Not after the week after week performances is unbelievable. I can't say that I have any faith in them anymore.
Oh, that kind of backfired.
Goldberg,
it backfired on you, my friend. How about are you going to enjoy watching the Tampa Bay Carolina game?
If it's on TV, I will enjoy it very much.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That'll be your pick.
All right, I will go with the Muscle Hamster and Friends and the Buccaneers.
Good call. I would pick that one. I don't have a dog in that hunt, but I'm inclined to agree with you. I'd feel very confident about that pick.
I do as well.
Okay, well, my pick for your wife, and I submitted this ahead of time, I want your wife to pick the Indianapolis Colts at New England Patriots game. Now, on paper, the Patriots, big favorites, but they're both 6-3 squads. So how does she see this one playing out?
She kind of laughed when you said this and just stared at me blankly and just said Patriots.
Okay.
Just like, why did I have to waste my time with that easy pick?
Okay. And what game am I picking on her behalf?
Her pick for you. I tried to convince her to pick, a different game, but this is what she wanted to do. She wanted to do the Bucks versus the Panthers for you.
Well, yeah, I already answered this one. Tampa Bay all the way, Muscle Hamster. Giddy up. All right, boys, let's talk about our Stone Cold locks of the week. The lock pick of the week. Personally, I'm going to start this one off. You can call it a homer pick. You can call it what you will, but I think coming off of the bye, the Washington Redskins are going to be big-time winners against the Philadelphia Eagles this Sunday.
I like that. I like that. I refuse to pick Redskins games because it can do nothing but get me in trouble, but I love the fact that you're doing that.
Thank you. Goldberg, what is your lock of the week, my friend?
The Houston-Jacksonville game?
The Houston Texans over the Jacksonville Jaguars. I would feel very confident about that.
Alabama.
I think that's a fairly good lock. I've been known to fall off the winning bandwagon here lately, but I'd say that's a pretty good bet.
Well, I would have to agree with you 100%. And that is my lock of the week as well. We did not discuss these games beforehand, so if there is some crossover, it's not our fault. But we're trying to avoid such things. But I'm going with the Texans and the Jaguars as well because, really, why? It's so easy.
So many games on the schedule. Lastly, we've got the upset pick of the week. And so, Goldberg, last round, honors go to you. Who's getting the upset?
Well,
this one was tough for us.
This is a toss-up with such wonderful games left. Because I want to make it interesting. Talk about last-minute decision here. Let's go. Oh gosh, Cincinnati, Kansas City.
Wow. Okay, that's Kansas City.
Hey man, you wanted to make it interesting, didn't you?
That is definitely an interesting pick. Kansas City over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. But you know what? Kansas City, they looked pretty good against the Steelers. Well, I don't want to say good. Well. They played tough.
They played very well. They got their first lead of the season. Hey.
Yeah, not bad.
If they can stop the dancing in the end zone and the extracurricular activity, then I think they might have a shot.
I think they were just so excited to actually have a lead. They couldn't contain themselves.
Adam, what about you?
I did think they played very well. I am going to go. I mean, I looked at this and I didn't see one game. I'm like, I want to pick that game. I'm going to go with the Jets versus Rams. I'm hoping they put Tebow in and maybe magic happens.
Yeah, I too. And again, you and I actually didn't discuss this ahead of time. I too am going with the Jets over the Rams. Looking down that slate of games, I almost went with Kansas City over Cincinnati, truth be told. But I think that the Jets have the better shot in St. Louis. That's just me personally. So there you go. Goldberg, talk to us, man. We got a couple of seconds left here on the show. Who do you think is going to kind of have a chance to make a push, a late playoff push late in the season? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot with this, but is there a team right now that, maybe they're down the division standings a little bit, maybe they're in third place, maybe second, but they could make a late playoff run?
Well, put me on the spot. Detroit, maybe. I think they have the possibility to. I mean, they've shown glimpses as they have throughout the years, but I don't know, man. I always want for them to do the best. They do have one of the best and fiercest defensive linemen in the league, no doubt. Even though he did go to Nebraska. But hey, I truly believe that they got a shot, man. It's in pulling for them. It's like pulling for the Chargers for me. I want them to do well, and then they seem to disappoint. But there you have it. That's my outside run.
What about you, man? Is there somebody kind of mulling around the bottom? And you cannot say the Redskins.
That is such bull crap.
That is too easy.
That is bull crap.
We can't have you go the homer route. Not on this one, my friend.
I mean, the team that jumps into my mind, because I know the Niners are in first place and maybe they're already in the playoff, they're in the wild card lead or whatever. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I mean, they're 5-0 at home. They've beaten some pretty good teams. They've beaten the Patriots, the Packers. They look pretty good.
With the rookie quarterback, no less.
Absolutely. The guy has a great arm, very athletic. He's a little vertically challenged. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right, Chuck? And he's playing well.
No, I appreciate the vertically challenged. I really do.
That was nice.
Doug Flutie has a place near and dear in my heart. For me, I kind of like what the Cincinnati Bengals are doing. I think that this is a team that has an opportunity to make a late push, especially as things get jostled in that division. You've got key injuries on both Baltimore and Pittsburgh, although Baltimore has kind of shown that they can overcome that adversity a little bit. But, it all depends on how long Roethlisberger is out and how Cincinnati can respond. So that's kind of my pick. They can sneak in as a wild card.
So let me get this straight. You were going to pick them to lose to the Chiefs, who had one lead the whole year, and now you're picking them as your team to make a comeback.
But I didn't.
That makes no sense.
But I didn't.
Well,
I didn't.
That makes
it's called the best of both worlds, boys.
We should announce. We announced one of my wife's picks.
Both worlds. The way to play both sides of that.
Absolutely.
I'm everybody's favorite. Damn it.
We should rifle through the rest of my wife's picks real quick. We announced one and kind of left the other four hanging.
Oh my God, poor Angie. Okay, what do we have left there?
She has 49ers to win over the Bears. She got Ravens over the Steelers. Her lock is the game I tried to trick Goldberg with, is Broncos over the Chargers. And her upset, she's praying for a little divine intervention with the Jets over the Rams.
There you go. And with that, we are fresh out of time. Be sure to submit your picks to us on fourthandpain.com or tweet us at fourthandpain. Goldberg, thank you so very much, and good luck to you this week.
Be good, guys. I'm going to need a lot of luck after the last 2 weeks. So onward and upwards. And Adam, good luck to you, man.
I appreciate it. I feel like I'm going to make up a little ground this week, especially with that Chiefs pick. I appreciate you helping me out.
Hey, anytime, throw a wrench. Hey, at the end of the day, let's do a buzzer beater. Let's do overtime at the end of the year. Let's make it exciting.
I like that. Hey, did you come up with something, some little wager for Chuck? We had talked about that last week.
I thought I was going to escape.
Do we have some sort of a wager, or
I thought
do we need to wait a week?
Man, you and I got to speak on the phone, Adam, before I come up with one of these crazy wagers.
1 week reprieve.
Well,
thank you.
Well, I did send a text, but I got no response.
I don't know how, but you got to reprieve.
It's a stay of execution. That's
Adam,
what I'm calling
Adam, we owe each other a phone call the next 2 days, and Chuck, you're next to.
Well, I did send a text, but I got no response, so I'm going to put that ball in your court.
Oh, wow.
You got it. Ball's in my court, man.
Play nice.
Okay,
nice.
cool.
This is Fourth and Pain. We will be right back.